give you guys an example. Not too long ago, someone popped the idea about a FFA tournament, which would be a little more difficult to arrange and a bit more difficult to publicize, but it is something we could possibly do. And then there's the idea of team tournaments, which may be a little more difficult also, but possible. Welcome everybody, my name is B3 Palomino. We're going to go ahead and move into the second game of this best of 3. At the top left of Ohana, we're going to see none other than MCY, Mr. Wrath. And on the bottom right, we're going to see none other than EpochVoiDz. Bottom right. Ain't no thing to... What does that do? Hit point bar? Oh, that's weird. Whoops. Did I mess... What does that even do? Does that not do anything? Okay. Oh, I've heard about that before. Someone else mentioned that. I think it was you, Distanks, who mentioned that not too long ago. The haunted forest thing. Thanks, Ace and Trees. You guys know the dilly-dally. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and jump into this game, OGs. Oh, baby. We're going to see another PVZ here. That didn't make sense. We're going to see another TVZ here. Again, Void Zones, doing this very odd little scouting. It's such a strange thing to do. You saw the drone, right? He literally ran up here, kind of tapped the racks and ran, and now he's running back to his third. And or it looks like he's running to his third. I guess he's going to put down a very fast hatchery there. Or no, he's running to his natural. I'm not... It's more confusing to me. I'd like to see him go into this base, but I guess maybe there's just not too much information he can get from going into the base. I almost honestly feel like, what's the point of even scouting up to here if you're not going to go past this point? But we're going to find out anyway. We are seeing an opening of 2 Raxes. Now, here's the thing. Did he see the 2 Raxes? He didn't. He saw 1 Rax looking standard schmandered. We're going to see an expansion going on here. Yeah, this is going to be a 2 Rax with an expansion. Very interesting. Expansion going down. Greedy expand. Perhaps. Most likely. Not actually sure. No gas as of now. It's SCV. Plop down the command center at 5 minutes and 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Baby. Alright, so fast expand coming out from both players. No gas as of yet. Let's go ahead and see if we see again the fast third going down. 1 Mariner moving out forward. Would he actually be able... Now, he doesn't have the vision of this Overlord, but he could potentially almost get that Overlord. He could definitely... He could honestly... He could get both. He could run after both of these Overlords. This Overlord is just about in sight, but just about not. Wow, look at how close that is. Jeez, that's amazing, dude. That is so amazing. Oh my God, Mr. Juchek. That's messed up. Oh my gosh, sorry about this. Fucking serious, mister. Thank you, appreciate it. Alright, awesome. Alright, low pressure going down here. Things being forced to take it out, but the spine is in time. 1 spine equals numerous Marines. Spines are incredibly powerful against any early Marine pressure, but it takes so many spine hits to power down Hellion opener. Double gases are going to just about now be taken, and we are seeing nice saturation from both players here. So they are working on saturating 2 bases. Looking like EpochVoiDz did grab his 2 extractors, and he isn't quite getting the next hatchery quite yet. Here it is, a bit later than the other game that he saw versus Ambient. He had about almost like a 5-minute third. This game we're going to see 7 minutes. We're also going to see a spine before the third, as well as these 2 gases being taken. See how that does put back the timing of the third quite a bit. Four racks to his name and 1 tech lab. Working on that stim. Excellent. And once again, 7 minutes and 40 seconds. A great time. A wonderful, wonderful time to run in an Overlord and get some scouting information in. Let's go ahead and see what exactly he's going to see here. He is going to see the factory in production, which means in about maybe about a minute and 40 seconds, his first medevacs will be out. He's going to be able to see a tech lab. Perhaps saw that engineering bay. Saw a few Raxes, but the most important thing is the timing of these medevacs, as well as any upgrades that he does see are happening. And the upgrade is finished. Stim is down. The only unit on the ground right now for Wrath are Mariners. Third expansion going down, as well as these rocks going down also. Eyes on the prize as the third base is being spotted by one of Void's Overlords. Beautiful, nice, very nice setup for creep spread right here. Using these queens to no avail. Oh, that macro hatch. The evolution chamber and the roach horn are down officially. Lair has popped. Very nice creep spread. I love it. Love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Double factories once again from Wrath. Lucas in the house. Alrighty. Everything looking a little slow here. Baneling's Nest halfway done, as well as the Infestation Pit is halfway done. We're not seeing any command center here for a third quite yet here. No units working on these rocks. Actually, no. Very interesting. We don't see any bunkers lined up here. Looks like Wrath is feeling a bit safe. Maybe he thinks that his opponent's being particularly greedy. But we aren't seeing any saturation on this third. We are seeing units being produced though. Lots of upgrades coming up. Spire has just been plopped down here. More and more add-ons onto these Raxes. As long as these add-ons are being produced, no units are being produced from them. It's always a sad thing. Upgrades on the way. Siege Tech's just about to finish up here. Right now, supplies looking 92 to 117. Sir grabbing his 4th base as we see around the bottom left. It's just about 8 p.m. That's not 8 p.m., is it? That's like 5 p.m. First tank is out. Spire is just about halfway done here. Very nice creep spread going down here for Voids. Let's keep an eye on his bank here. Right now, he needs to be thinking about saving up some of that gas and money. It's very nice to think about. Each muta costs 100. So you can time this out pretty nicely. Right now, we know he can make at least 7 mutas. But he may be forced to make a lot more. We do have 16 banelings. That's going to be more than enough, especially with the speed. If he doesn't have the speed, though, it might become a problem. Let's go ahead and check on that baneling's nest. We do not have the speed, actually. We do not have the speed. However, they still get that speed boost on the creep, and the creep is doing. This is beautiful creep spread right here, coming out from Voids. Right now, he's able to control just about half of the map with creep. And by control, I mean he's able to see any movement that happens on just about half of the map. A little black hole in this section. However, he does have this Overlord, which is going to be great at spotting any kind of medevac harassment, any kind of medevac drops here. We are seeing our first medevacs now popping out at about 13 minutes. Very standard Mariner tank, as well as medevacs to support, and third expansion just about now to plop down. These rocks are going to survive into the late game, it looks like. Units moving out to try and go ahead and defend this. Brood Ward tech, as well as infestors on the way here. Right now, EpochVoiDz is going to be in the late game scenario that he's always wanted. 149 supply to 133 here. Let's keep an eye on this army. We've got Lings, we have 4 infestors in the back, getting more and more energy, as well as a healthy, very healthy pack of banelings here. No speed still going down for the banelings. Fourth expansion is getting its saturation. The most important thing with fourth expansion, if your main isn't mined out yet, is to go ahead and grab that gas and grab any drones from your mineral patches and saturate that gas immediately. Very important. As you will see, both players have a bit more money than they have gas. As you move in past the 3 base saturation, it's all about that gas intake. Alright, well, it looks like Wrath isn't going to have any problem grabbing his third. Both players just sitting tight, sitting pretty. Void Zones knows exactly what he wants to do. He wants to get those Broodlords out, and then eventually we're going to see a lot of Infestors, a lot of Broodlords, and the ground army looks like it will be Lings for now until he perhaps does switch into Ultras, which we have seen him do before. Just sitting pretty here. Getting his upgrades, just massing up, massing up. But Wrath is also massing up. He is 180 to 176 supply, so he could potentially do very well. Their supply is just about even. Let's keep an eye on these upgrades here. 1-1 on the Mariners, +1 for the tanks, and the Lings running, skirring past my camera are going to be 1-1 as well. Banelings, of course, 1-1, adding a little damage to that. And Infestors getting a little bonus. Now, huge stim going down on all of these units, which could be horrifying. Once these banelings make any contact, it looks like the Lings are going to go ahead and poke. A little dancing for the camera there. A little tug of war there. We are maxed out for Terran versus Zerg, who is maxed out. 6 Broodlords now officially on the way here. We don't have anything that can deal with these Broodlords. Mariners can deal with Broodlords in the right scenario, but they need that ground support. And Broodlings are not the ground support that they want, because Broodlings will just go right into the Mariner's face, and these tank volleys will do devastating damage. If he could engage right now and take care of Void's ground army, he could find these Broodlords to be naked. Actually have a really nice positioning here, but it looks like all the units are meeting up right now. Good old Void's taking advantage of this doodad of the map. We do see the sim going forward. 2 Broodlords going down here. Fungals are going to trap about half of this army in place here. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Losing a lot of supply here. We are still at 192 to 168 supply. 48 more Lings are in production right now. Both players on that J-Lo money, which meaning they're about to do some crazy things. But right now, Wrath, though he does have 3 bases up and running, somewhat. He is low on the gas, which is going to mean he can only do so much tech-wise, as well as building expensive big units, but he is getting out the Vikings. Vikings with that wonderful, I think it's 12 range. Is it 12 or 13? I feel like it's 12. I'm going to find out in just a second. I think it's 13. The beautiful 13 range to deal with these Broodlords. And it is 14. No, it isn't. 9 range. Only 9 range? Didn't it used to be 12? Alright, 4th expansion going down here. Not quite saturating the gas here. He really wants that gas. We are maxed out again for Terran. Not quite maxed out for Zerg here. Let's see if it matters, though. These medevacs looking really low on energy, as well as a little low on the health. I would like to see more and more medevacs. Right now, this is going to be a battle of the upgrades as well as positioning. We do have 1 and 1-1 still for Wrath's army, as well as 2-2 for Void's army. Positioning as well. He needs to keep these Vikings alive for as long as possible. Let's see how that works out. Beautiful, beautiful scan going down.